What you are about to watch is an extreme example of narcissistic sexual abuse. It's beyond heartbreaking, but really important for us to discuss today. What makes a narcissist so monstrous is that they violate you not only emotionally but bodily as well, physically as well. How? By sleeping around, by transmitting a lot of STDs. They may make it seem like, oh, they are exclusive with you. You're the only person in their life. And you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that they are just doing all sorts of stuff you would never ever settle for. They violate your autonomy. They go against everything they promise in the beginning. They betray you in a way that makes you feel so shattered. And you stop trusting yourself because you think, oh, I allowed that to happen. You did not. You just did not know what they were doing behind your back. They leave you with marks. They leave you with wounds and injuries that take years, if not decades, to heal. I felt intense anger when I stumbled upon the initial video clip that you watched. It was unbelievable at the same time. I know narcissists abuse you sexually, but this level of betrayal? Why? Why? And then there are some people who say, oh, narcissists are not evil. Come on, you're demonizing these people. We are not demonizing them. Their own actions are demonizing them, proving that they are nothing but evil deep to their core. You tell me, how would this woman now be able to trust any other person in her life? She won't be able to do so because she doesn't even trust herself. I mean, what was done to her? Only one kidney? And she was like, no, this is the person that I can truly rely on. And there are some people who would say, oh, she should have known better. She was a fool. It's her fault. Why do we rescue abusers? Who would now rescue her from the constant torment her mind will put her through by calling her a fool? You are stupid. You should have known better. You did this to yourself, and so on. But who would hold these narcissistic demons, monsters accountable? This is a crime, in my opinion. Transmitting STDs on purpose and not using protection is a crime, period. Because this type of an individual intentionally does what they were not supposed to do and hides it. On top of that, they do not take measures to protect the person they say they are loyal to. That is bodily damage, isn't it? I think it's a felony. It should be one. It is a criminalistic act. More than that, they should get a lifetime of a prison for this, for intentionally causing harm to their partner without their awareness of it being done to them. To put it as it is, narcissists get pleasure, sadistic pleasure, out of getting physically intimate with you without protection, especially when you want them to use one. They won't. Why? Because they have to be in control. It's a game for them, not an act of love. They have to have the upper hand. And if they were to do what you ask them to do, wouldn't that mean they would be subservient? They would listen to you, and that would make them compliant. They're not here to cooperate. They're not here to respect your body. They're not here to protect you. They are here to use you like an object, like a toy, and then throw you away. That's it. That is the worst form of sexual abuse in my understanding. Because sexual abuse is not just non-consensually forcing yourself on somebody. It's more than that. Sexual abuse takes its worst form when it is done via proxy. When the narcissist wins your trust and says, oh, you're the only one. I can never ever think of sleeping around or doing nasty stuff. And you're like, oh, I'm calm. I know who this person is. They're never ever going to betray me. At the end of it all, you find out that they had thousands of partners, figuratively speaking. In my opinion, a stray dog is more loyal to his partners than a narcissist who does this kind of shit. They do not only abuse you psychologically this way, they violate your body. They make you a carrier of sexually transmitted diseases that turn into conditions like cancer. Such a rotten individual could leave you with a lifetime of STD induced health issues, some of which turn out to be incurable, some of which you have to manage lifelong, some of which stop you from stepping into relationships because you're afraid that your next partner may also get them. And you have to be open, upfront, and honest right in the beginning, which makes it extremely difficult for you to find a partner, because you know if you are carrying it, people will be cautious and they wouldn't want to initiate anything with you. That's the trauma that does not go away when after leaving the narcissist. They keep spreading this stuff to other people non-stop, and you try to put a stop to the problems they created when they were in your life. I think it's appropriate to call it one of the worst forms of betrayal known to mankind. And some people say, oh, you are exaggerating it. Am I? Ask those who are left with issues like this. A lifetime of trauma to deal with, to heal from. Not only emotional or psychological, that can be somehow dealt with. But what will you do with something as intrusive as an STD that becomes incurable, that can turn into a cancer? There's a true risk. What will you do with that? It has nothing to do with the narcissist. I mean, they're not going to rescue you from it. They're not going to cure it. And then society will expect you to just come on, don't be so negative, just move on in your life. How will I forget what was done to my body? I kept it safe, protected. I thought I'll never get that. But this person whom I trusted with my heart gave it to me. What do I do now? If you are a survivor who feels this frustrated, this aggravated, and you're asking all these questions, I'm so sorry that it happened to you. What I can say is I am sending you a lot of healing and strength, and I know that's not enough, but that's the best I can do. And please keep going on. There is hope for you. You will find a solution. I know it's a situation that does not have a proper or a permanent solution. Maybe there is, or there will be, but please continue living, and there is light at the end of this tunnel. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments, and also share your experiences similar to what I shared in this episode. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.